Alright guys, welcome to Alice FX and welcome to my weekly breakdown on GJ. So what I like doing is starting on my monthly time frame just so I can get the sense of direction. So obviously you can see here that we've been trending down, right? But officially in the last 2 months we had that break creating new higher highs, right? So here obviously we've been trending down. January, February, we broke out, creating new higher highs and continuing to push, right? So at the moment, I'm looking for these areas of resistance. So here, we rejected this price level. So this is a nice price level to have your rejection at. Let's, just, round it up to 150, 500. Then this is my second area of resistance, which would be, let's round it down in this case. Candle closures, right? So with that being said, let's look for our area of support. 350. Just because we had these candles try to reach but failed to break above it. Same thing here. We broke below it. All right, so that's the area of support. So what we can see for this monthly candle is to even retrace to these areas of support, respecting the low of the previous monthly candle, right, and continuing to reverse and move to the top side, right? So if we were to break it down on your weekly time frame, so in your weekly time frame, starting breaking the low of the previous week, you can start seeing the candles move down to this area of support, 145, 350, and continue back to the top side of 150, 500, right? Because this essentially what it's doing on the weekly time frame is creating a bottom wick on your monthly time frame, right? And then eventually going back up. So let's see, give me a second. So let's break it down to your daily time frame. So on your daily time frame, obviously, we're pushing back up. So this is some type of area of support on your lower time frames. So what we can form right here, what we can see is we created a peak already, right? So this is some area, well, right here is some area of resistance, right? And then we should come back, test it again, and then eventually break down, forming a nice double top formation and continue back down, right? So that's what I'm looking at, because overall the weekly time frame has been very bullish. So we're due for some type of pullback. So let's let me go back to the daily time frame real quick. Let me delete this real quick. So yeah, let me see your 4-hour candles. All right, so for your 4-hour candles, we can see that we were creating higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low, higher high, right? And we broke your previous higher low, creating new lower lows, right? So now we broke your trend, created a new lower low, right? But this candle that we're currently on, which is your 4-hour candle, is bullish. Closing this area, closing bullish, we can start seeing the market to push back up to this area of resistance around here, or even eventually coming back to this area of resistance, right? Forming the double top, right? But I'm looking for those areas where I could take sales from my lower high, right? Which would be around that area right here, since it was previous support area. But now we're below it, so it's some type of resistance on your 4-hour time frame, right? But now let's talk about the buys. Buys are also possible. So for the buys, I would wait just a bit. I wait for the daily candle to close, because if it closed bullish, we have a higher time frame confirmation at this area of support, right? So if the daily does finish bullish, we can start seeing those buys continuing back up to these areas of resistance on higher time frames, or even continuing up to your monthly resistance areas like the 155. But currently, I'm just waiting just a little tad more, a tad bit, so I can get those more confirmations. But like I said, I'm looking for more of those sells at the moment, just because all the higher time frames are really extended, and they need that they need that pullback, right? So your monthly time frame, we're bullish, we open bullish, right? We need that bottom wick, so we need that rejection from lower time frame candlesticks from areas of resistance, right, to create that bottom wick on the higher time frame candles. But yeah, so basically that's it. I'm looking to either take shorts around this area of, let's actually name it 149, 350, 300, right? Around that area with confirmations, obviously, with bearish engulfing candles, and then, taking it down to areas of support. But other than that, yeah, I think that would be it. Because this, just this daily support area, it's kind of strong. This candle pushed down, came back up, closed above it, right? So like I said, I'd rather, for take buys, I'd rather have this daily, confirmation candle close bullish, and then, taking it back to the top side. But other than that, you guys take it easy. Thank you for joining, and welcome to Atlas Effects once again.